Milwaukee saw its last hopes for the Democratic National Convention dashed last week with the announcement that Joe Biden will not travel here to accept the nomination because of COVID-19. In fact, there will be no primetime convention speakers here in Milwaukee. With the convention being mostly virtual now, we wondered, will the Democratic presidential ticket come here during the campaign? Wisconsin is an important swing state, and Republican Vice President Mike Pence has been here several times already this year. I asked Democratic communications consultant Joseph Pecky, who worked on President Obama's campaign, about what's to come. Let's begin with this notion. We've heard Democrats say, right, forever, in Wisconsin, we're not going to repeat 2016. We're not going to repeat 2016 when Hillary Clinton didn't come here. Is the Biden campaign setting itself up for a repeat by not coming for the DNC?
No, I mean, listen, it's been reduced to a punchline of Hillary Clinton didn't come to Wisconsin and therefore she didn't win Wisconsin. But that's not the whole story. It wasn't the lack of her setting foot in the state. It was the lack of investment. It was the lack of communicating to voters the difference between she and Donald Trump. And what we have seen so far from Joe Biden is he is not going to make that mistake. His campaign is already up on TV talking to voters. I'm sure they're in mailboxes. They're on the screens that we all live on, our iPhones and our computers. They're having a conversation with voters. They've got a great team raring to go. So I wouldn't read too much into whether or not it's safe to attend a convention, particularly when we know the reason that it isn't safe is because Donald Trump has failed to control the pandemic.
Does he need to step foot in this state before Election Day?
I don't think so. You know, the cost of this, the toll of the coronavirus at a time when 66 of our counties are rated high and see high virus levels, people know what's happening here. And this election is unlike any other we've ever had, where we're all sort of living a civics lesson every single day. There's a cost to having government that is run by people who are not up to the job and frankly not interested in governing when you're living in the middle of a global health crisis. Wisconsinites understand that, they see that, and they are increasingly responding to Joe Biden's measured, steady leadership and plans to build back better. So this is very different than years past, but of course it is. Everything is different these days.
All right, finally, give me your crystal ball prediction. How close is it here in Wisconsin come November, the presidential race?
I think it's going to be a dogfight. So I don't care if the polls say Joe Biden is down 5, up 1, or up 25. Every Democrat in this state is running like we're 10 points behind. So we don't see a repeat of 4 years ago.
The Wisconsin Election Commission will determine whether entertainer Kanye West has enough valid signatures to make the presidential ballot here and whether he filed on time. How many signatures did you collect? I was there as a woman later identified as a Republican attorney walked in with West's nomination papers just moments after the 5 p.m. filing deadline Tuesday. Our editorial partner, WisPolitics.com, says the commission counted 2,422 signatures on the papers. It takes 2,000 valid signatures to qualify. A WisPolitics review of the paper found numerous crossed-out lines, some cases of identical handwriting for signers, and at least 2 people who listed their names as Kanye West. Milwaukee Democratic leaders blasted what they called West's sham campaign and Republicans' apparent involvement in it.
Wisconsin GOP thinks that we are not paying attention to the fact that they're trying to put Kanye West on the ballot to literally trick us into thinking that he is a good opponent or a good candidate for folks to vote for.
Do not be mistaken. Kanye West has come out in support of Donald Trump.
Nobody's fallen for this trick. We see it for what it is.
I also asked President Trump's son, Eric Trump, about the Kanye West candidacy just before the signatures were filed. If his name appears on the ballot in battleground states like Wisconsin, does that help the Trump campaign?
Well, I think they'll be determined, right? I mean, it's it's interesting. Certainly an interesting guy with interesting outlooks on the world, and he's had certainly an interesting month to say the least. But I think we'll let the results speak for themselves.
How important is Wisconsin from your calculation and the campaign's calculation?
Yeah, Wisconsin's incredibly important, and it's a state, this very well, but it's a state that I spent a tremendous amount of time, and my father spent a tremendous amount of time, and we spent a lot of time there, and it's a state that we won. It's a state that came through for us, and I think my father's done a lot for Wisconsin.
Tuesday is a primary election in Wisconsin. Voter interest appears to be running high, with more than 460,000 absentee ballots returned so far. The polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Tuesday for people choosing to vote in person. Coming up, back to school worries, what's safe for students and for teachers, next on Up Front.